Hi everybody, Rockin' Robin here from CookingMexicanRecipes.com, and in today's episode I'm going to be showing you how to make watermelon agua fresca. Agua fresca in Spanish means fresh water. Now this is a popular drink in Mexico and all over Latin America, where it's sold primarily through street vendors. And we love it here in the US, and you'll find it in a lot of Mexican restaurants here. So what it is basically is a fruit drink made with, in our case, fresh watermelon, and we're just going to blend it up and add some things to it. And what comes out is just such a refreshing drink, and it's healthy for you too. So don't go away, I'll be right back to show you how to do it. Let's go over our few ingredients so we can start making our agua fresca. Find yourself a nice ripe watermelon that hopefully is very sweet, and since we can't always tell, we may have to sweeten our agua fresca just a bit with some simple sugar. Now simple sugar here is very simple to make. All you do is you get a saucepan and you add equal amounts of water and just regular sugar, and you stir it until all the sugar dissolves and the liquid then becomes very clear. And then all you have to do is pour it into a glass jar. I like to use mason jars like I have here, and just put the lid on it, and it keeps in the fridge for quite a while. Now there are many uses for simple sugar that you probably haven't even thought of, and that's probably a topic for another video. Alright, so we'll move on for the rest of our ingredients. We'll need some water and a lime and a sprig of rosemary, and of course some ice to add to our drink when we go to serve it up. And that's pretty much all there is to it. We're going to go ahead and start by cutting open our watermelon. I did rinse mine off. I like to rinse them off before I cut into them, just in case there's any dirt on them. So just cut it in half. Looks pretty good on the inside, looks nice and red. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop out the watermelon flesh. I'm not going to worry too much about the seeds. I mean, if I see something really obvious, this is supposed to be seedless. And I'm going to place everything into my blender. Now I do have a Vitamix blender, which really does a good job at blending things up really well. But a regular blender will still work. So basically I'm just going to fill this up. Probably half of my watermelon worth in this container. Of course, you're also going to want to take a taste. Let's see how sweet this is. Oh, I got a pretty sweet one. I am very lucky here. I may add a little simple sugar, but we'll see. Now you don't want to get into the rind, just get out, all the red part of the watermelon. And any juice that's in there, I'm going to pour into my blender because I don't want to waste any of that juice. As soon as I get all this in here, I'll show you the next step. Now I'm going to take my lime and I'm going to roll a little bit, release some of the juices in there, and cut it in half. And I'm just going to squeeze maybe, I don't know, maybe most of it. We'll see what comes out. So squeeze that juice in there, gives it a nice bright flavor. Now that I've got my lime in there, I'm going to add, about a cup or so of water, maybe a cup and a half. I'm going to add a little bit of the simple sugar. I'm just going to add a teaspoon of that, maybe two, just a little bit. And now we're ready to blend this up. Shouldn't take too long with the Vitamix. That should do it. And now I'm going to strain it. You don't have to strain yours, but I like to strain mine. I want a very clear liquid, but you don't have to. So I've got a little sieve here, little strainer, and I'm going to pour this through into my pitcher. And if there's any little chunks in there, it's going to get strained out. Now once you get this all strained through, if you choose to do that, then we can toss in our sprig of rosemary, and that will infuse in there a little bit of the flavor, and it's really delicious. So when you go to serve this up, make sure you stir it first. Right before you serve it, get yourself a big glass of ice. You want this over ice. That's what makes it so refreshing. All right, so we'll pour that in. The color is just vibrant. It's beautiful. Look at that. It looks delicious. And you can take a wheel of lime and place it on your drink, and we'll give it a taste. Oh my goodness. I was lucky I picked out a beautiful watermelon, nice and sweet. You can add, after you pour it in, if you find that yours isn't quite sweet enough, you can go ahead and add a little more simple sugar to that. It dissolves into your drink very nicely, very easily, not without much stirring. Anyway, this is delicious, refreshing. Man, I love that. So good and so healthy for you. It's the whole fruit. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Give this a try and be sure and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll be coming out with new videos for you. And leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what you think of this recipe. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.